Okay, we are here today with Monica, Camden and Preston's mom. Recently, Camden and Preston started Brain Balance, and Monica just wanted to explain some of the changes that they've seen in the past 4 weeks. So, go ahead.
Well, with Preston, he's 9. We've been doing this for 4 weeks now, and within 2 weeks of doing the program, Preston went from struggling with focusing in school, keeping up with the lessons with his classmates, and sustaining good grades. In the first progress report we had from school, he had 100% in social studies, math, and reading, which math and reading was always a struggle for him. He's hardly had an A, much less 100%, so I had tears of joy. You can tell he's more focused at home. He used to not be able to follow more than one-step commands or do one-step tasks at a time. Now you can tell him a couple things, 2 or 3 things, and he's able to do them and remember them and not get off course. Just a lot more calm and control of his emotions. More helpful, more willing to do work, meaning chores and homework. Homework was always a struggle with him. He can focus now, so he doesn't get as frustrated with himself. And now that he's able to focus and understand math, that's become less of a struggle for him as well. It's not perfect. I would say both boys last week, which would have been week 3, kind of acted like they've never done this before. They call it regression, I guess, but they were fighting me to do their exercises, fighting me to do their homework, fighting me to basically fighting me to do everything. And I was like, what the heck, like we've been doing this religiously. What's going on? I thought it was a full moon, but it wasn't, so I couldn't blame that. But I guess that's kind of normal at this point. Yeah. So we're back. We're on week 4 now, and everybody's back on track. Camden, he is 6. He's in 1st grade. He hasn't had as many academic problems as Preston had, but he has more hyperactivity problems. So he was fidgety in school, couldn't sit still, which he's easily distracted. I haven't heard anything from his teachers about that. He's doing great. That's awesome. I don't know his grades. They don't really give letter grades for 1st grade, but I've heard nothing but good things. Week 3, he did have a report from the teacher that he couldn't sit still at carpet time and things like that, so it kind of all makes sense following that timeline. But this week he's back on track. Same with Preston, more in control of his emotions. I only have to ask him 1 time to do something. Fighting a lot less. He doesn't really have homework at this point, but a little bit, and he does it. First time I asked, no problems, no questions asked. So
that's awesome.
He used to hyper-focus, Camden did, on tasks that he really liked. So like Legos. He could sit down and do Legos for hours, and that's all he would zone in on. Now he's got more appropriate times where he focuses, more appropriate and the same for things he likes and doesn't like, if that makes sense.
Balance.
So the hyper-focus has lessened a bit, and definitely not as hyper in hitting his little sister.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much gone.
That's awesome.
Which she likes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been pretty ecstatic with what I've seen so far, and I can only hope it goes up from here. I was actually, both boys were on ADHD medicine, and Preston has just done so well. I was considering tapering his down, but I was going to wait to see what the recommendations were from you all. Camden still needs it. In the morning, he's a little bit more wild and off task before his meds, but I've seen really good improvement so far.
That's awesome. Just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
Cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.